Hey everybody, this is Jordan from the Northwest Recreation Center, and today I'm going to be showing y'all how to make a Tetraflexagon. Alright, this is a very simple project. All you're going to need for it is one sheet of paper, a pair of scissors, and tools to decorate your Tetraflexagon. I'm going to be using a red Sharpie. Kids, if you're going to use something like this, make sure to ask your parents beforehand. Otherwise, crayons or markers or colored pencils are perfectly suitable. Alright, so to start off, you're going to clear your workspace. You're going to take your sheet of paper and you're going to make a square. The easiest way to do that is to take one corner of the paper, bring it over to the opposite edge, flatten that out, and it'll make a triangle, and that'll show you this edge. You're going to want to cut along that edge using your scissors. It's a little weird to work from this angle. Once you've got that out of the way, you have a square sheet of paper. Now you're going to take your square and you're going to start by folding it in half. Once you've got that, you're going to take this new rectangle you've created and you're going to fold it in half again to create another smaller square. You're going to take that square, you're going to fold it in half to create a smaller rectangle. It's going to get a little tight right around here. And then one final fold to create a square again. Once you've done that, when you unfold it, you should see that your sheet of paper, has been divided into a set of 16 squares. It's a little hard to see. All right, so for this project, we're also going to need to remove these 4 inner squares. I'm going to show you a pretty fast way to do that. If you take your sheet of paper, you can fold it in half. Fold it in half again. And then fold it along that diagonal you created. Then you can just cut along this edge. And that'll cut out the entire center portion of your sheet of paper. You can go ahead and set that to the side for later. And now what you've got is a set of 12 squares that form a box. All right. The next couple of steps are pretty easy, and then there's one last complicated one. You're going to start by taking the top edge of the paper and folding it down, rotating it, folding the top edge down again, rotating it, folding the top edge down again, and here's where we get to the slightly complicated part of the project. You're going to need to fold this down, but you're also going to need to feed this top right corner underneath this part of the paper. So let's see. You're going to fold down this side. Push the side, let's push near the central line and get this big corner underneath the paper. I wonder if that'll work. I'll have to inspect this right after. Fold that under. Let's see. This might be a little confusing to look at. You might have to play with this part. Let's see. Come on. It's hard to do from this angle. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to double check that I've done this right. You should be able to lift all 4 of these little flaps at once. So yes, I've done this correctly. All right, and you'll notice that on the other side, it'll look exactly the same. Now I'm going to mark on this to illustrate the concept here, and then at the end I'll show you what a completed one of these can really look like. So this side, you have 2 faces right now. One on the front, one on the back. Let's mark this one as face number 1, and let's mark this one as face number 2. Let's see. All right. So face number one, a really interesting thing you can do, if you take these two edges and fold them back towards one another, you can open up and you'll notice that you have a new face. And some of these are on the back of face number two. But let's call this face number three. So face number three, does that look right? And now you'll notice that you have face number one on one side and face number three on the other. Face number two got hidden. And you can fold face number three back together again, and you'll get face number one and face number two. You can actually do that again, except if you fold horizontally, you expose another new face. And we'll call this face number 5. You might be wondering why I skipped 4. Well, that's because we're gonna go to face number 2. Looks a little hard to read, but if you fold that lengthwise, you can open it up, and this can be face number 4. Oops. You can fold that once again. You've got faces 2 and 4, you can close that back together again, and you can fold it horizontally and reveal one last set of faces. We'll call these number 6. All right. So, face number 1 opens up into faces, let's see, 3 and 5. All the odd faces go together. And if we flip it over, faces number 2 open up into 4 and 6. So all the even faces go together. All right. So here we can see a better example of what this can truly look like. On one side I've got red, and on the other I've got blue. If I take my red side, I can open it up to reveal orange, or I can open it up to reveal pink. I can also flip it over, and my blue side can open up to reveal green or purple. So you have a lot of combinations you can do. This is a really fun little project. It's very simple to make, but it is really complicated to wrap your head around. That's just part of the fun. Once again, this was Jordan showing you how to make a Tetraflexagon. Thanks for watching.